Welcome back to 25 Blank Cards. Today we're going to do some more Sinister Motives. We're going to try out our old friend Peter Parker here against Sandman. Don't think I'm going to be getting too much use out of Peter's scientist ability this time because I don't have all that many cards I can play in Alter Ego, but I've got a couple, so maybe it'll do something for us. Already shuffled up most of my decks. The main scheme starts at 2 threat out of 9 and only has the one stage, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that, which is not great. Not a strong point of Peter Parker. Also got these city streets covered in sand, which may try to get down a little bit at least, just so I don't get buried under acceleration tokens. Alright, already given everything a pretty good shuffle, so let's go ahead and 4, 5, 6. Let's look at our opening hand. Got 4 blanks, Aunt May webbed up. Aunt May is real good, so I like starting with her. She has something I can use that resource on. Webbed up is fine, I guess. So if I use Scientist to play Aunt May, I can use these 4 to just play Webbed Up. That's kind of reasonable. The nice thing about webbing up Sandman is it gives me a couple of turns to clear off sand before he starts hitting me and piling more sand back up. So if I were playing a real game, I would totally mulligan these cards trying to get some resources or some better plays, but I think I'm kind of okay with this setup, so we're just going to run it. All right, Scientist generates science mental resource, plays Aunt May. And we're going to flip to Hero Form and play Webbed Up, which is Hero Form only for cost of 4 blank cards. I'm going to stick that right on Sandman. And then I could start attacking just to be safe. I think I'm going to go to City Streets, exhaust Spider-Man to remove sound counters equal to my attack, which is 2. I think I want to get that under control at the start and then try to figure out winning from there. Okay, that's the end of my turn. Drawing 5. New hand is Swinging Web Kick, Enhanced Spidey Sense, 2 web shooters, and a blank. That's interesting. Don't even remember what this does. It cancels treacheries is what it does. Right. Okie doke. Villain phase. Main scheme goes up 1. Sandman would try to attack, but he's webbed up, so we're going to instead discard webbed up and stun him. And counter card is Assault. Villain attacks me. I could cancel that with Enhanced Spider Sense. I don't know that I actually want to. It's kind of not that big of a threat. So I think we're just going to let that happen. Clears the stun. All right, now it's my turn. I think I want to get at least one of these web shooters out. Think about whether I want to swing web kick or not. So I can pay blank card for web shooter. Gets 3 counters. Could dump my hand, including using the web shooter to swing web kick now. Or I can sit on it a little bit. think I definitely shouldn't throw web kick away because 24 points of web kicks is kind of how I'm going to win the game. 24 plus points of web kicks, I should say. Might have to go through my deck more than once because I have a total of 34 hit points I need to deal. Enhanced Spider Sense kind of doesn't do that much. Web shooters also kind of don't do that much. It's a tough choice. Not sure what I should do here. But, maybe if you've got thoughts, you can leave them in the comments. I think because most of my deck is blanks, I think web shooters actually don't have all that much value in general. I'm going to be drawing a lot of blank hands and sitting on them with web shooters not do anything. So I think it's okay to just go ahead and spend it as a resource. Don't think Enhanced Spider Sense is worth delaying throwing out web kicks and stuff on. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to resource and 2 to swing web kick Sandman for 8. Puts him down to 8. And the question is attack thwart or clear city streets. I think my game plan is probably going to involve defending and hope I get another web kick soon to finish this first phase, so attacks aren't useful. So I think I'm going to go ahead and clear city streets for now, and then we'll start in on thwarting 1 point at a time on future turns, maybe, if I don't need to defend. All right. That's it for my turn. Drawing 5 new ones. Got backflip and 4 blanks. Maybe I should have held on to all that stuff. Oh, well. Alright, villain phase. Main scheme goes up 1. Sandman is going to attack for 2. Could defend it. That doesn't seem useful when I could just play this backflip to also do it. So I think we're going to let the attack ride. So attack is 2 plus 1 is 3 damage. I'll go ahead and backflip it. Because I didn't take any damage from the attack, I don't Surging Sands. Alright, counter phase. 2 sends. Search and counter deck, discard, set aside, for a copy of my obligation, reveal it. During that reveal, if you change to alter ego, discard 1 random card. If the obligation is not revealed, this gains surge. Alright, so searching up my obligation, even if it's removed from game already. So revealing it during the reveal, if I go to alter ego, I discard a random card. Alright, so I flip down, discarding a random card, exhausting to get rid of eviction notice, or still discard a card at random, and that gains surge. Ick. So is being exhausted worth the price of a random encounter card? Probably. Another tough choice. Yeah, like I do need my exhaust to be able to do literally anything right now, but I think most of the things that could come out of the encounter deck are going to be worse than that. So flip to alter ego form, discard a card due to loose ends. I randomly choose one of my 4 blank cards to discard. And I will exhaust Peter Parker, remove eviction notice from the game. Okay, that's the encounter phase. It's back to my turn. I would heal up with Aunt May if I had taken any damage, but I haven't. My cards don't do anything, so I'm just going to flip up to hero form because I need Sandman to not be scheming. And end my turn. I will discard 3 blanks and hope I get something better. New hand is Webbed Up, Swinging Web Kick, Spider Tracer. Okay, 2 blanks. All right, villain phase. Main scheme goes up 1. Getting kind of close there. Actually, kind of hope a minion shows up just so I can Spider Tracer it. Sandman attacks for 2 plus 1 is 3. Indirect damage. Not that I have anywhere else to put it, so I take that on the chin. Down to 7. Sandblast triggers, resolve Surging Sands. Surging Sands, place 1 sand counter, discard cards in the encounter deck equal number of sand counters. 1. Okay, so that was Sandman's attack. Now the encounter is Sand Form. When you deal any amount of damage to Sandman, discard. Actually, Spider-Man should have been readied because he exhausted on the previous turn to deal with that. So, okay. Sand Form. Attach Sandman. When you deal any amount of damage to Sandman, discard Sand Form instead and Surging Sands. Great. My turn. Well, I would definitely like to attack to break through Sand Form. So discarding Sand Form instead of dealing that 2 damage and resolving Surging Sands. Place 1, discard 2. For my next trick, I can dump most of my hand for Webbed Up. Could dump slightly less of my hand for Swinging Web Kick, which clears off current form of Sandman. There'll be some more Surging Sands and buffs his attack value. Something I have to do at some point. Got those web shooter counters. So I think I want to do Swinging Web Kick. Go ahead and clear out this phase. Question is, do I use a web shooter counter or do I pitch Spider Tracer to it? If I use a web shooter counter, I only have 1 left. So my next hand will be Webbed Up Spider Tracer plus 3. So I could theoretically use like a web shooter counter to play Spider Tracer, and the other 3 cards still don't play Webbed Up. I think I'm gonna need to Web Up next turn. So it's not seeming likely that I'm going to be able to do anything with Spider Tracer. So it's maybe okay if I go ahead and use that now. Alternatively, pitch these 3 and a web counter for Webbed Up, save Swinging Web Kick for next turn. I think there are theoretically plays I could make in addition to Swinging Web Kick next turn. Again, this is another really tough pickle caused by this deck being real awkward. Sure, we'll go ahead and try the Webbed Up plan. Costs 4, so 2 blanks and Spider Tracer and Web Counter. Okay, that's it for my turn. Definitely retaining Swinging Web Kick. Can't afford to flip down or I'm going to lose to the scheme, so... Okay. It's readying up, refilling to 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Drew 4 blanks to go with my Swinging Web Kick. Interesting. Alright, fill-in phase. Main scheme goes up. It is now at 6. Sandman tries to attack, but he's stunned. And counter card. Threat or Menace. You may change form. If you're in hero form. So if I stay in hero form, we'll be putting 2 threat on the main scheme. If I go down to alter ego, I may not flip back up my next turn. That's awful. If I go down to alter ego and can't go back up, he's just almost guaranteed to scheme out next turn. So we're going to choose not to change form. Then I am in hero form, so I'll be putting 2 threat on the main. It is now at 8 out of 9. I'll tidy that up a little bit. Okay. And I'm not in alter ego form, so the other effect doesn't happen. Okay. Well, to not lose the game, I have to thwart the main. And I'll go ahead and pitch 3 cards for Swinging Web Kick. Pop Sandman right in the kisser for 8 damage. It's into 0. Sandman 2, when revealed, will resolve Surging Sands. He has 18 hit points. Surging Sands, place 1 sound counter, discard 3 cards. All right. As we've previously discussed, I can't afford to flip down or I just lose the game, so I will end my turn. Discarding a blank card. So yeah, Aunt May is amazing. Perhaps I should have mulliganed her away at the start because she's done literally nothing for me on account of I can't flip down ever. New hand is 4 blanks and black backflip. That does nothing for me. Okay, villain phase. Main scheme goes up 1. Sandman tries to attack but is stunned. Counter card. Sand slide. Place 2 sand counters. It's from 3 up to 5. Then resolve Surging Sands. Place 1 sand counter. So we are Surging Sands for 6, and if a Sandman card is discarded, I also get to be stunned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Somehow I managed to miss all the Sandman cards. That's incredibly fortunate. Okay, my turn. My hand doesn't do anything. So I have to thwart to not lose. Discard these 4 blank cards. Hope I get some action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New hand is backflip, Spider Tracer, Swinging Web Kick, 2 blanks. Okay. Villain phase. Main scheme goes up 1. Sandman attacks. I'm going to probably backflip it. So Sandman does 3 plus. 3 is 6 indirect damage. We're going to backflip the heck out of that. So it's 0 indirect damage, so he does not sandblast me. Counter card is Shadow of the Past, because I am not in enough trouble. Okay, reveal Nemesis minion. Hey, it's Vulture. Okay, Vulture's quick strikes. So we're going to put a pause on resolving Shadow of the Past while that happens. Vulture's attacking for 3. I just have to take it. And a 4. Okay, back to where we were with Shadow of the Past. Reveal Nemesis side scheme, put it into play. When highway robbery is revealed, place a random card from my hand face down under it. To randomly place my swinging web kick under there. And yeah, finish Shadow of the Past, shuffle the rest of the Nemesis set in. We're gonna say that's game right there, because I have to thwart the main to not lose, because I can't Spider Tracer and get it off this turn, and I can't flip down, and I probably can't block either. Actually, no, I straight up die even if I thwart to highway robbery accelerating. So yeah, that is game. Yeah, that's tough. The issue with Peter Parker and blank cards in this scenario is I have to do a lot more damage than I have swinging web kicks to win. But I can't afford to attack with Spider-Man because I have to clear city streets and or thwart the main scheme. And my thwart value is garbage, and I have no thwarting help in my deck because Spider Tracer just doesn't work. Because it requires minions, and then you have to defeat those minions. So winning this matchup of Peter Parker blank cards versus Sandman is going to require something like well-timed common criminals showing up. So like you need common criminal to show up at the right time so you can put Spider Tracer on it, so you can like maybe use the alter ego action to punch out common criminal just to trigger, like just even trigger Spider Tracer to get some help on the main scheme. But that means you're an alter ego, so he's going to scheme. So the scheme activation is going to put it right back up. Like, I don't know, like if I had Black Cat, you know, on turn 1 instead of the very bottom of my, instead of literally the bottom of my deck, that would help, but still only would have been like about 6 damage over the course of the game. So yeah, seems like a real hard matchup. I don't know. If you try it out, let me know what you think, how it went for you. But yeah, don't think I'll be rematching this because it just doesn't seem reasonable to win. We'll try out some other matchups though. So tune in for the next one, and I'll see you then.